There are times in our lives when things are challenging. From an early age, I've learned to view life's challenges as opportunities rather than stumbling blocks. When I was a baby, I was diagnosed with TAPVR, or Total Anomalous Pulmonary Venous Return, which basically means the blood flow from my heart and my lungs was not connected. I needed 3 open heart surgeries to correct the blood flow. Growing up, I have had many doctor appointments and hospital stays. My latest stay was when I was a senior. In high school, I was in the hospital for 10 days with some lung and thyroid problems. While in the hospital, I came across an article titled "Why Me? Searching for the Meaning in Suffering." It all kind of put things into perspective and helped me change my thinking when it came to my health situation or any other negative situation. You see, when a tragedy happens, one of the many thoughts we have is, why me? Even if we know the real answer to why someone is sick or why an accident happens, we're still in search of a sensible answer. We don't want the textbook answer. We want to know why life is so bad. But asking why me isn't going to improve the situation. I promise from experience, sometimes asking why me makes the situation worse. So instead of asking why me, I challenge myself to say try me. By saying try me, I'm changing the attitude about the situation. I'm making the situation sound positive, and I'm telling my support system to not feel bad for me, but to watch me succeed in spite of the situation. I'm reminding myself that the situation does not define me, and I can overcome it. Over the years, I've discovered I don't have to be defined by my past. Instead, I let the positive in my life shape me into the person I want to be. This can be related to my photography. I had a photography teacher who thought it was okay to belittle me and my work. I would turn in assignments and feel crushed when I would get them back and see the grades and comments. Not good enough, this looks dumb, and other terrible comments. It made me think, at the time, why me? Why am I putting myself through this? Weeks later, I began to change my mindset to try me, challenging my teacher and my abilities, pushing myself to stay positive and telling myself to keep pursuing photography despite what one teacher says. Picking a passion, I discovered I'm creative. I have the so-called I everyone talks about when talking about photography. I see things others miss. I can create an image out of nothing. Now, I'm not saying I'm creative in all aspects of art, because don't ask me to draw on a whiteboard or sketch out something on a piece of paper. It just wouldn't look right. I'm creative in the art of photography, and not the art of drawing or writing. Hard work. I've always looked at myself as a hard worker. Ever since I can remember, I've tried to push myself to learn or to understand a topic I was very interested in. This is no different with my photography. I started taking photos when I was 12 years old. At my brother's baseball games, I had my mom's point-and-shoot camera, and I would get bored at my brother's games, and so I needed to do something to keep myself occupied. I soon realized that I actually liked photography, and I actually liked shooting with the camera, and decided to go to Barnes & Noble and buy some books to teach myself and to learn more about photography. Today I haven't lost my drive for learning more and working hard to get to where I want to be. I understand that my dream is somewhere out there, but I plan on challenging myself to work hard enough to get to the title of a professional photographer, working for some large corporation. I know I'm very passionate about photography and wanting to pursue a career in photography. When I say passionate, I mean finding a passion or activity that motivates me and wakes me up in the morning. I ask myself, why do I decide each morning to get out of bed and face the situations, people, or responsibilities that make it difficult for me to live out my dream? Because believe me, it's so easy to decide that I don't want to participate in life after a life-altering situation arises. I want to make a point in saying that I'm not passionate every day. This is true. I have lazy days. I have days I want to give up and quit, but do I? No. Because if I were to give up on my passion, I wouldn't have anything to live for. I wouldn't have that ongoing reason for being excited. If I hadn't discovered my passion for photography, I wouldn't have started my own photography business at 14 years old. I wouldn't have spent nearly half of my life savings on my camera equipment. And I definitely wouldn't be here pursuing an individualized studies minor for photography.